evening, folks. It's D. White, founder of justblackthoughts.com. I want to talk to you about trigger points. It's very important. While we need to always be working towards becoming more and more emotionally intelligent, emotionally aware, and emotionally self-accountable, it is also important to know what are your trigger points. And I know we use the word trigger facetiously online, but I want you to focus on what things cause you to emotionally shut down, what things cause you to be defensive, combative. For some of us, it's being given critical feedback. For others of us, it's the tone in which someone talks to us. And when I say you need to be aware of those triggers, first you need to be aware of how does it resonate in your body, right? For me, I really hate when people talk down to me, or when I hate when someone's tone goes up and my tone hasn't escalated at all. I try to stay pretty even keel. In my body, I can feel my hands getting warm, and I can feel kind of this warmth surging from my feet, this discomfort in my stomach. So that's how my body reacts to certain triggers, whether that's people's intonation, as well as people giving feedback in a very condescending manner. With teaching, you got to be self-reflective. Excuse me. With that self-reflection comes this high level of self-accountability. And hopefully this is where you have to give yourself permission to have a sense of self-grace. There's going to be tough days in the job, period. Whether that is students are wilding, someone cuts you off in traffic, or a colleague says something out of pocket. The thing to remember, and this is what you need to work on, what is the word or the self-talk in your mind that brings you back down to earth, that keeps you grounded? For me, I have to remind myself, kids are going to be kids, and I still love them. For adults, it's a different word. I have to remind myself, what's worth fighting for? Is this worth the battle? And what's the end goal of this interaction? And you got to think of, whatever self-talk is useful for you, given your audience. And at the end of the day, if something does go awry in the classroom, don't beat yourself up. Don't dwell on it. Yeah, you can think about it, but it shouldn't ruminate in your mind for more than a couple of days max. And if anything, if you feel very strongly about the situation, it's okay to try to reopen the situation, to ask for forgiveness, to ask for further clarity. And at the end of the day, if you have to, and it's totally fine to apologize to a young person and just say, hey, man, my emotions got the best of me. I'm hoping that we could talk it out so we can avoid a future situation like this. And that release is so important, and it's good role modeling for yourself, for young people. And even if you don't do it, I think it's okay to say it in your head, like, I forgive that student, because it also helps releasing your body, and you don't sit there and view this kid from this one interaction. Now, it's different if a kid is repeatedly doing something, then there's more and more conversation. But those one-time blow-ups, they're going to have at least one or two per year. And you just got to come back to that kid and just let them know, like, hey, I was out of pocket. As the adult, I want to be there for you. I want to be supportive for my words, my actions. And, I don't want to see that type of outburst or that just type of nasty interaction to begin with. Because for a young person, that sits on their heart. You think it sits on yours as the adult, it definitely sits on their heart at times, especially if they look up to you and they don't want to disappoint you and they don't want to disrespect you. They want to do right by you. They want to, some kids look for teachers' validation. Let's be real. Now, what does that have to do with me being a black male teacher? I think there are so many triggers for us out there in the world. There's so many quote unquote abstract social political mimes that it's tiring. You get a lot of fatigue. And on the flip side, you kind of just, again, pick and choose the battles that you want to enter in. And so whenever I feel like there's going to be a moment with a kid that may be tense, I have to remind myself of all the great things I love about this kid. And if not that, then think about what's the end goal? What do I want from this interaction? What do I want this young person to do? And just seeing them from their higher selves and you seeing yourself from your higher selves. So this is why you got to do that work at home on yourself. So when you do get in a situation, you already have your habits situated and you know how you want to maneuver and navigate through a situation. So thank you. I'm D. White, founder of justblackthoughts.com. I'll see you later. Peace.